101R Smith here with your daily reminder that if we can communicate with our words, we can end all conflict. But in the world we live in, that's almost impossible to happen. With that in mind, here is my review of the Master Grade Double O Riser, or Double O Gundam.
Now your beam weapons will be useless, and in close combat, the advantage is mine! Don't you know? This is our Gundam!
Double O Gundam is the main Gundam from the second season of Double O and the title Gundam in itself. It's piloted by Saisei. First half of the show, it's just a Double O Gundam, but due to the issues with the twin drive system, they need a support unit in order for it to work. In episode 13, the Double O Riser is introduced in combat. It's one of the arguably the most powerful Gundams in the Gundam Meta series, but not the most powerful. That belongs to Turn A. Double O Gundam is arguably my second favorite Gundam after Wing Zero TV version, and one of the very first Gundams that I've built. Now you might be wondering, why did you say Double O Riser when right in front of me there's a 007 Swords? So here's the deal. This month makes 3 years that I've been involved with Gunpla, and the Double O Riser was one of my very first kits. Unfortunately, I did it within my first year of Gunpla, and I wasn't very good at it. You can take a look at yourself. Look, it looks like a piece of crap. Poor conditioning, dust all over itself, numb marks everywhere. I was not the best builder in my first or even second year of Gunpla, and I've just gotten better. And to celebrate my 3-year anniversary in the hobby, I've decided to redo this, keeping my Double O Riser equipment, but using this as a basis for my new Double O. So, keep that in mind. I won't be reviewing the 7 Swords equipment now. I could do that in a future review, but right now, let's open up the box and see what we get as Double O Gundam by itself. This kit is your standard affair for any main protagonist Gundam suits. One thing I know about the inner frame in this kit is some of it is recycled from the Master Grade Double O Quanta. And with that, the Quanta's frame was the perfect grade Double O Riser's frame, downscaled to Master Grade form. Also in this kit, you'll get a lot of clear parts, not only for the GN weapons, but also for the head itself. And this kit has LED features on the twin drives, head, and wing binders for the Double O Riser. So you're getting a pretty hefty kit. Opening up the box and putting everything together, and this is your standard Double O Gundam. This is what your Double O Gundam will look typically out of the box. One note of detail is that the knee pads on this are exclusive to the Double O Riser. 7 Sword Slashy has its own knee pads. It doesn't come with this one as a leftover, so you may want to note that when buying. So let's look at some articulation, and first the head can go down and also up, and can twist side to side. However, turning it around is a difficult challenge due to the fact that the peg for the head is a clear piece for the LED, so turning it around will be difficult to say the least. The arm can go pretty high in itself, and you'll get what I call the Double O bend, where you get a double bend on the elbow and then a bend on the wrist. You also get this functionality here where you can move out the chest plate to help yourself get even more articulation out of the arms. The waist can go up and down and side to side, and with the cool functionality of the waist being able to tilt side to side, which I was happy they kept from the perfect grade. The side skirts can go up and down, and the front skirt can move a bit. Now the leg can move out decently on its own, but if you use the switch on the waist and get it down, you can even get more posability out of it. And it has such a beautiful knee bend. Definitely one of the best knee bends that I've seen on a Gundam kit so far. Now here's Double O Gundam with the 2 GN drives on its backpack. And they both lift up and they hold by themselves pretty well. And you'll also get a bit of a pivot on the sides. So you get decent mobility. And just like in the second episode of Season 2, you can move the twin drives to the front to use as a GN shield. Now with this thing, you get a cool feature where if you pull this switch, you can make the GN drive stand by itself. And the only way it's going to get down is if you flip that switch. So you're getting a lot of posability. And also, for the last detail, you will get 2 beam sabers with beam hilts on the sides. So this is what I'm calling standard 00 Gundam equipment that you will get whether you get the O-Riser or the 7 swords. Now let's look at the O-Riser and see what monster it can become. And here's Gundam 00 Riser, one of my favorite suits in the series. And it looks pretty good. You can see that the twin binders sit on the bottom of the GN drives, and also the GN swords 2 and 3 fit nicely well together. And I will admit, this is a pretty balanced kit if you know how to stand it up correctly. That is very important. So the 2 main weapons here are the GN Sword 3. The first one. The GN Sword 3, due to its weight, you can't really pull it out on full extension going side, but you can doing up, and this is such a cool pose to look at. And also, it comes with the GN Swords too. You could turn it around and make it happen whether in sword mode or beam rifle mode. They are definitely a good accessory to come with this kit, and they definitely stand out. Well, I'm very happy with this rebuild that I've done. I'm happy to see that I was able to bring 00 Riser into a better representation of my skills now. However, I will say I do have some gripes with this kit. It's definitely starting to show its age. As of now, both versions of 00 Gundam are about 6 years old. Which means, not that they're bad, but you see some of the quirks for its time. One of my difficulties with this kit was putting everything in the tabs. No matter how hard I tried in a lot of ways, the weapons would not stick, and it would take multiple times for me in order to get them in a position where the 00 can hold its weapons without dropping, or it'll hold, but it'll get knocked over. Another quirk that I've had with this kit is sometimes I can't put the arms all the way in without the clear piece on the elbow joint popping off. That was an issue I've had with the first time I built this kit, and this issue still continues. I don't know why I didn't have this issue with 00 Quanta. Once I put the peg in together, the clear piece never popped off. Though that might come from its Quanta burst mode, so the clear pieces on 00 Quanta were probably a bit more secure than this one. That is definitely an issue, because if I can't put the arms in all together, I can't pose right. The arms will fall. But if I pop them in all the way, the clear piece will pop out, and it gets very frustrating. Also, I cannot emphasize this enough. Get an action base for this kit. Please. Yes, it can pose as 00 Riser on the ground. However, your posing is limited due to all the weight that's on the 00 Riser. Yes, you can pose on the ground, but you can get more posability in the air. Unfortunately, that is a quirk that was carried over from the Perfect Grade, but you got all this junk on it. You can't just expect it to be a ground poser. Regardless of these issues, I will still say get this kit. Because you're getting a lot for your buck, whether it's 00 Riser or 7 Swords / G. It's also very appreciative that this definitely came out in a different era. Bandai was more willing to put out releases that were variants of each other as a regular release compared to now, where every variant is a P Bandai. But I would definitely say, please get this kit. It has some quirks, but it can be worked out. This is 101 Smith, and I will see you later. Peace!